I declare this congregation open.
Chancellor, members of the Corporation, distinguished guests, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to have this opportunity to welcome everyone to this, the second of today's 3 awards congregations. All of the staff here at University College Birmingham look forward to these events, but I suspect that our students even more keenly look forward to this day. It is a time for celebration. The hard work of our students is finally being rewarded. But it is also an important life event, often signifying some vital change. The 3 ceremonies we hold today will see over 1,200 students cross this stage to the applause of over 6,000 guests as you share in the joy of your daughters, sons, husbands, wives and friends. We welcome in particular the many family members and friends of our graduands. We understand that today is also a very special one for you. We, and I'm sure our students, recognise the important part you have played in their success, and we do hope that you enjoy this special day. We are joined today by many representatives of the employers and industries that have helped to develop our programmes, ensuring their continuing relevance to the industries they serve. These industry representatives serve on our governing body and our industrial liaison committees. They offer advice on course development and sponsorship for many of our facilities. From the point of view of our students, industry support is even more important in terms of providing placement opportunities and, most importantly of all, jobs for our graduates and diplomats upon graduation. I offer a warm welcome and the grateful thanks of the University for their continuing support. I also welcome our colleagues from the University of Birmingham, and in particular the Pro-Vice-Chancellor of the University, Professor Armour, who is conferring degrees of the University at this congregation. We welcome also once again the family of Helen Trott, who are here to witness the presentation of the Helen Trott Memorial Awards. Last but not least, we extend a special welcome to our diplomats and graduands. This afternoon, you can give yourselves a pat on the back for a job well done. And when you walk across this stage to receive your awards, you can also soak up the tremendous sense of pride of your families, friends, and tutors for what you have achieved. Today, for all of you, one chapter closes and another begins. For some of you, further study beckons. For others, the world of work. Whatever your future holds, make the most of today and make it an occasion that you, your families and friends will always remember. Once again, welcome and congratulations on your success. So on with the congregation. I now call upon the Vice-Chancellor and Principal to address the congregation.
Chancellor, Pro-Vice-Chancellor, members of the UCB Corporation, distinguished guests, colleagues, graduands, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very pleased on behalf of all of the staff of University College Birmingham to add my welcome to our guests and to personally offer my warmest congratulations to our students on achieving their awards. To our students from China, I say Ni Hao, Wu An, Quan Yin Ni, Lai Dao Jin Ten, Do Bi Ye Dien Li. Hopefully I got that bit right. So, class of 2016, welcome to your graduation. I must say, you're all looking very dapper. Are you feeling okay? Are you feeling excited? Right, okay. Are you really looking forward to your graduation? That's better. Do you realize that your graduation is one of the 5 great milestones in life? The others being birth, death, marriage, and the day you pay off your student loans? Okay, I'll give you a bit longer to think about that, because you probably think that this day is all about you. And because of that, I want to talk to your parents and your loved ones, the people who raised you, the people who endured you, the people who probably potty trained you, who probably taught you to read, who survived you as a teenager, have suffered you for at least 21 years and have managed so far not to try and kill you. This day, the day you call your graduation day, is in truth not only about you. This is their day as well. This is the day when they take back their lives. This is the day when they earn their freedom. This is also a day, the memories of which they will cherish. You probably can't see them from where you're sitting, but I can. And I can tell you they're all sitting there brimming with pride. So parents, how are you? Are you excited? Are you looking forward to this graduation? Wonderful. Now, I have to tell you, your parents are sitting there with a little bit of trepidation, because they're probably a little bit worried that you might trip as you walk across the stage. They're probably a little bit worried that your mortarboard might fall off. But you know, that's what being a parent is all about. And for the parents, I have to say, I salute you, because believe it or not, I've been there. It was about 8 years ago when my wife and I managed to regain some independence when our own son graduated. Sadly to say, we haven't quite cut the strings. He still costs us a fortune. But I can assure you, I could not have been prouder on the day that he graduated. So to you, I say, I want this congregation to be as much about you. I want you to soak up the atmosphere of this magnificent symphony hall. I want you to feel free to whoop, to holler, to cheer, to take as many photographs as you want, but most importantly, to go away from here today with a real sense of pride in our students' achievements and satisfaction in the job you've done to get them here today. So do you think you'll be able to manage that? Now back to our graduating students. I must say you're all looking very smart and very chipper. And why shouldn't you be? 2006 has been a truly momentous year for you to graduate. I think it'll be a very long time before any of us forget the year of the EU referendum and Brexit. Some of the other events that stood out for me included, from the world of politics, Theresa May becoming only our second female Prime Minister, Jeremy Corbyn likely to be elected as leader of the Labour Party for the second time in a year. Oh, and by the way, if you think we've got it bad, spare a thought for our poor American cousins, who in 2 months' time have to choose between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump to decide which one will occupy the most powerful political office in the world. In sport, we've seen Leicester winning the Premier League, Andy Murray winning Wimbledon again. We've had the Rio Olympics, in which our athletes came an historic second in the medal table with 27 gold, 23 silver and 17 bronze medals. And our Paralympic athletes have done pretty amazingly as well. But of course, we've also witnessed the passing of two legendary sporting greats, Muhammad Ali and Johan Cruyff. In science and technology, the Solar Impulse 2 completed the first round-the-world flight by a solar-powered aeroplane. And Major Tim Peake returned to Earth after 6 months in orbit in the International Space Station. We've marked the 400th anniversary of Shakespeare's death and the centenary of the Battle of the Somme. The First World War was supposed to be the war to end all wars, but just look what's happening in the Yemen, in Syria, in Lebanon and Libya. We've witnessed horror with the terrorist attacks in France, Belgium and Germany, and of course the escalating refugee crisis around the world. From the world of entertainment, the BBC has lost the Great British Bake Off to Channel 4. We've lost the inimitable Ronnie Corbett, Terry Wogan, and that wonderful actor, Alan Rickman. We've also lost music legends, Prince, David Bowie, and Glenn Fry of the Eagles. And for those of our graduates who don't know about Glenn Fry of the Eagles, I suggest you talk to your parents, well actually probably your grandparents, and they'll tell you about him. I bet you didn't know that 2016 has been designated as the International Year of Pulses by the United Nations to raise awareness and to celebrate the role of beans, chickpeas, lentils, and other pulses in feeding the world. You've likely witnessed people playing the viral augmented reality game Pokemon Go. The odds are you're one of the 75 million people hooked on catching these digital monsters yourself. And for all I know, there might be one or two of you in this auditorium today trying to capture a mons. And of course, 2016 is also a leap year, just in case any of our female graduands are thinking of proposing. Believe it or not, 3 years ago, the Chancellor and I were in Hong Kong for our overseas graduation ceremony. And as a young lady was coming across the stage to receive her degree, a young man jumped out of the audience and proposed. I'm happy to say she said yes, so it didn't put a dampener on the rest of the occasion. Now, I should say to our parents, I promise you, I'm not encouraging anyone to get lost in the moment and ask a question they may quickly come to regret. Now, having thought about what's gone on in 2016, my mind started to wander as it does at my age, and I started to think the year of my own first graduation. I know it's difficult to believe that, but that was 40 years ago, 1976. Then the world was a very different place. In those days, the pace of life was nowhere near as fast as it is today. In those days, phones still had cords, mail still had stamps, cameras still had film, and when we wanted to find the web, we didn't click on a mouse, we dusted in the corner. The world felt a much smaller place back then, without the interconnections and the opportunities to travel we take for granted today. In 76, I hadn't long got my first passport, and the furthest I'd travelled from home was to Spain on a package holiday. Back then, we had a summer-long heat wave, when the mercury topped 82 degrees Fahrenheit for a record-breaking 22 days. We had droughts, scorched earth, and hundreds of thousands of people having to use standpipes for water as the reservoirs ran low. At the end of that August, a Birmingham MP called Dennis Howell was appointed Minister of Drought. And within a few days, he became the Minister of Floods when the heavens opened. But those water restrictions continued for months on end. For the really wealthy, there was the chance to travel on Concorde, which had started flying from Heathrow to Bahrain that January. And for the rest of us, we could book a seat on the first Intercity 125 trains, or save up for one of the new Ford Fiestas, or Mark IV Cortinas, costing £1,950. The Body Shop opened its first store in Brighton. Although personal computers were still in the future, this was the year that Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak started Apple in the US. Amazingly, the smartphones in your pockets today have many more times the processing power of the computers on the Apollo spacecraft that took man to the moon in the 60s and 70s. If you've got an iPhone 6, it's 32,600 times faster than the best Apollo-era computers and can perform instructions 120 million times faster. But back to 1976, the average wage was around £72 a week. Petrol was 77p a gallon. That's roughly 17p a litre. A pint of beer was 32p. A loaf of bread was 19p. And inflation was running at around 17%. So you might think, why am I telling you all of this? Well, the world has changed in ways that I could not have imagined in 1976. And the pace of that change is accelerating. Many of the things that I took for granted have long since disappeared. Free university education with maintenance grants for those, including me, who needed them. A job for life. Retirement at 65. British coal mining, steel production and shipbuilding. Red public telephone boxes. Reliable, affordable public transport. And Liverpool dominating the English and European football leagues. I could go on and on. With the world changing as fast as it is, with industries emerging, evolving and crashing, technology leading to ever more efficient, effective ways of doing everything, and globalization interconnecting us all, you are going to have to be far more creative, resourceful, self-sufficient, and global in your outlook than when I was a new graduate entering the world of work. And you need to remember, employment is an earned privilege, not a right. Even for graduates, there are no promises or guarantees. People are typically the biggest expense in any organization, and those who add most value will have the best job security. Employers are increasingly looking to hire for attitude and to train for skill. Rather than just hiring warm bodies, companies would much rather choose people who show promise and a solid foundation. So cultivating ambition and an eagerness to learn are vital. Being solution-driven rather than easily deterred by failure makes you more valuable, competitive, and self-sufficient. Resourceful people will always entertain new ideas, approaches, and possibilities. Cultivating resourcefulness as a skill prepares you for jobs that may not even exist yet. In fact, the more resourceful you are, the more likely you will be to create your own jobs and companies that will create jobs for others. I'm pleased to say that I can be confident as you face this future because of the skills, the values, the attitudes you develop during your time with us here at UCB. Regardless of where you came from, at UCB you've learned much about what is outside you and much about what is inside you as well. You've learned how to put your opinions and your assumptions to the test. This is important because from now on, you'll have to rely not on grades or guidance from lecturers to tell you how you're doing and where you stand. You'll have to rely instead on an inner compass. Rather, whether that compass is true will determine whether you become a drifter who's blown about in the breeze, or a doer, determined to chart your own course, question your own assumptions, and when necessary, sail unafraid into strong winds. But that's enough of this serious stuff, because as the time of your conferment draws ever closer, there's one more thing I need to do. We have a tradition here at UCB. As each and every student crosses this stage to receive their awards, we like to raise the roof with applause. And it's my job to get you warmed up for that. Now, feeling the heat in this place, that shouldn't be too difficult, should it? So, what we're going to do is a little bit of audience participation. And I'm going to start with the class of 2016. I said earlier that for your families and friends, this is a really significant occasion as well. Your parents are so happy for you today, but they're even happier for themselves. All the time, money, desperation and sleepless nights they've put into your education have been in anticipation of this moment. They're praying that you will now strike out on your own, find gainful employment, and, to put it bluntly, that you will, at long last, finally stop sponging off them. I know how easy it is on a day such as this to forget to thank your loved ones. So I'm going to ask our class of 2016, I'm going to give you the opportunity to do just that. So join me now in thanking your parents and your loved ones for all of the help and support they've given you. Now, you all know there is another group who you need to thank. Your wonderful lecturers have dedicated endless hours and countless cups of caffeine in getting you to this point. I can't begin to tell you how thrilled they are to see you finally moving on and out of their classrooms. They have helped you acquire knowledge and to master new skills. Mind you, some of you have mastered some new skills of your own, like how to dominate a classroom discussion even when you haven't done the reading. In lectures, you mastered another skill. Right now, for example, it looks like you're all sitting staring at me with rapt attention. But in reality, I know that you're really all completely asleep, just like this guy down here. Despite this, your lecturers did all they could to make sure that you achieved the very best you possibly could. So now's your opportunity to join me in thanking them for their efforts on your behalf. Okay, class of 2016, you can now have a break, as it's the turn of your families and of your tutors. I'm going to ask them to join me now in congratulating you on your success. And let's see if they can match your gusto. I don't think that's going to be too difficult. Congratulations. Right, does everyone feel warmed up for the rest of this congregation? Yeah? Good. I'm going to end by turning again to the graduates of 2016. You may not know this, but life has taken over 4 billion years to evolve into you. And I guess you've got about another 70 years to make the most of it. So don't waste that opportunity. Class of 2016, I am immensely proud of you all. On behalf of everyone here at UCB, I wish you everything that will give you long, fulfilled, and meaningful lives. Well done.
Vice-Chancellor and Principal, I call upon the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Professor Gary Wood, to present to you the first group of University College Birmingham award holders.
Vice-Chancellor and Principal, I present the names of those diplomates and graduands as listed in the programme, both in attendance and in absentia, prove worthy to be admitted to their respective degrees. Graduate Certificate, Hospitality and Tourism.
Prabal Achera Babu.
FDA Professional Hospitality Operations Management, Q Hotels.
Corinne Bannon. Bethany Jane Beaumont. Jade Cook. Sarah Daly. Alice McPherson. Olivia Metcalf. Elisay Mohammed. Molly Raworth. Cameron Taggart. Rhys Townsend. Joanna Willis.
FDA Managing In-Service Industries.
Adrian Bates. Robert Cole. Lisa Crunkon. James Doughty. Michael Drain.
Vice-Chancellor and Principal, this completes the presentation of those diplomates and graduates in attendance.
By virtue of my authority as Vice-Chancellor and Principal, I confer upon you the award for which you were presented, and I admit to their degrees in absentia those persons listed in the programme who were unable to attend this congregation. Well done again.
Professor Armour, I call upon the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Professor Gary Wood, to present to you the first group of University of Birmingham award holders.
Professor Armour, to you and to the University, I present the names of these graduands as listed in my programme, both in attendance and in absentia, proved worthy to be admitted to their respective degrees.
By virtue of my authority as Pro-Vice-Chancellor, I admit those persons listed in the programme to the degree for which they are to be presented.
FDA Hospitality Business Management with Placement.
Christoph Gebis. Hannah Kitlowski. Vanessa Hoy K. Wong. Heather Wright.
BA Honours Hospitality Business Management.
Tay Arnold Ribe, First Class. Daryl Arnold, First Class. Jake Barton. Jack Bowden. Maxime Cherbout, First Class. Janet Shou Pei Chin. Ho Kian Chin. Kelly Dunkley, First Class. Camille Dupachier. A Wei He. T Yang He. Jonathan Peterho, First Class. Panagiotis Kotronopoulos, First Class. Bo-Wei Lee. Kui Lin Lim. Kui Yi Lim. Georgina Jane Loveday Cotton. Jabin Prestacho, First Class. Joel Asuka Ravri. Wan Zin On. Shanique Vanessa Rose Green.
BA Honours Hospitality Business Management with Placement.
Michelle Boscher. Odette Eleno Bregu. Adrian Corbett, first class. Vanessa Goulburn, first class. Holly Leanne Gulliver, first class. Katie Harvey, first class. Bethan Mare Howell. Magdalena Josviak, first class. Bo Feng Li. Jiatin Li. Tian Li. Pamela Occhieri. Mandana Oliei. Tu Ouyang, first class. Cara Parsons, first class. Jing Tian. Jin Yu Wan. Jing Zheng Wang.
BA Hospitality with Events Management.
Yi Ying Ling.
BA Honours Hospitality with Events Management.
Ka Lung Cheng. Kian Yi Chu. Sharonjeet Dinsa. Shin Chung Go. Samuel Jan Wei Kit. Sophia Ribeiro. Nipawan Shrima.
BA Honours Hospitality with Events Management with Placement.
Emma Bulas, first class. Danielle Burton. Dorothea Cheong. Victoria Mayer Edge, first class. Catherine Hall. Chloe Hollier Swain, first class. Veronica Yamrikova, first class. Tuan Vu Lee. Chloe Rowell, first class. Emma Georgina Sheldon, first class. Laura Sprigg, first class. Lydia Stokes. Christina Varga, first class. Cheng Ding. Chun Yin Brian Young.
FDA Hospitality and Tourism Management with Placement.
Philippa Alexandra Fujaku Araujo. Chelsea Lee Hebberts. Benjamin Ross Panther.
BA Hospitality and Tourism Management with Placement.
Valeria Nikolovia.
BA Honours Hospitality and Tourism Management.
Sherry Love Israel. Mohammed Umar Jamil. Sean Kennedy, first class. Lee Shan Lin. Cedric Mace.
BA Honours Hospitality and Tourism Management with Placement.
Rebecca Clark, first class. Diana Maria Dragonescu. Alexandra Iona Guinea, First Class. Alexandra Mihaela Maria. Andrea Powell, First Class. Nicole Ryan, First Class. Bethany Smith. Olga Sobakina. Andre Suldin. Camilla Sueda. Anka Georgiana Toma. Yang Yang, First Class.
BA Honours, International Hospitality and Tourism Management.
Umar Hassan Asif, First Class. Rene Butai. Amrit Jaru. Ko Yam Ho. Kun Fung Lee. Kexin Liu. Joy Batsarai Monhundo. Makita Pancham. Ting Fung Ray Poon. Dong Kun Kian. Siran Wang. Jiutan Wu. Shun Zi Dao. Fan Yang. Si Hui Yu. Yi Chen Tang. Ornella Zivneska.
FDA Professional Hospitality and Tourism Management.
Simone Ditari. Giorgia Giampatruzzi. Malgorzata Sak Effort.
MA International Hospitality Management.
Jia Ying Ma. Laura Marie Pons, Distinction. Wei Tzu. Yuan Tao. Yui Tian. Loi Turrell, Distinction. Shui Yuan. Ximeng Zhang.
Postgraduate Diploma, Hospitality with Tourism Management.
Zihong Liu. Meng Li Yu.
MSc, Hospitality with Tourism Management.
Abolokiemu Alia. Fan Tu. Tamina Sultana Dina. Yuhan Dong. Jing Yao Fan. Li Gan. Zabida Ghazali. Zhu Han. Mei Wen Huang. Qi Huang. Tinyan Huang. Mohammed Nazmul Islam. Hao Jiang. Caroline Lane. Hu Li. Yun Ying Liang. Chi Chen Lin. Mengwen Liu. Xingyao Liu. Yang Liu. Ting Ting Ma. Ahmad Masood. Ki Pan. Andrea Porcher, Distinction. Zongpu Shang. Rui Shi. Mohammed Nahidul Hassan Siddiqui. Rotjanat Songsacha. Just Silkate. Yi Shen Tsai. Chang Wang. Xiao Wang. Hui Dong Wang. Pei Zi Wang. Wen Yu Wang. Bei Bei Wu. Shooting Ti. Jinhe Yang. Jiahuo Yao. Xinjiang Yu. Yang Zhang. Yu Jian Zhang. Lang Ping Zhao. Peng Zhao. Baowen Zhang. Mo Zhu. Yifan Zhu.
MSc Hospitality with Tourism Management with Placement.
Sonia. Yu Chen. Yiping Hao. Tizhen He. Yuning Jia. Katerina Kostova. Miao King Li. Jiaki Ma. Irvin Kumar Parma. Muyu Wang. Qiang Yin. Guanglin Zai. Sheng Zhang. Jianqing Zhao.
Sadly this year, our scholarship student from South Africa, Anton Bredel, was involved in a fatal car accident in South Africa, having returned home after his studies in June. Anton embraced his studies at UCB and gained the respect of staff and fellow students alike. Unfortunately, his parents were unable to attend today to collect his degree, but have asked his fellow South African scholarship student and friend, Gabrielle Leroux, to collect it upon their behalf.
BA Honours, Hospitality Business Management.
Anton Willem Bredel, first class.
BA Honours, Hospitality Business Management. Professor Armour, this completes the presentation of the first group of University of Birmingham diplomates and graduates.
Chancellor, Professor Armour, members of the corporation, distinguished guests, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, we now turn to the presentation of our award winners. These award winners might not ordinarily have gained the highest grades on their programmes. They may not be the ones who stand out in the crowd. They are those students who, in the opinion of their tutors, deserve special mention. Some have made a significant contribution to the life of the university. Others have had to overcome major obstacles to study. A number have shown sustained endeavour, while some have managed that elusive juggling act of combining study with work and family commitments. Our presentation in this ceremony is that of the Helen Trott Memorial Award. These perpetuate the memory of a very talented young lady who left a lasting impression on all of those who were fortunate enough to come into contact with her. Helen joined the first cohort of the BA in Adventure Tourism Management in 1997, but died of a serious illness at the very end of her programme. She worked hard to raise funds for a charitable trust which supports projects in West Africa and was a keen travel photographer, as well as a committed and successful student. We are delighted that Helen's family members are here today with us to witness the presentation of this year's awards. This year, we are making 2 awards in memory of Helen. I would like to introduce you to the first recipient of the Helen Trott Memorial Award, Samantha Wilson. Before attending UCB, Sam was working as head of security for a college campus and needed a new challenge. She attended many free part-time courses at the college, including a course on travel and tourism. Her tutor recognised the quality of her work and advised her to apply to UCB for a degree programme in tourism. Sam has always enjoyed travel and experiencing different cultures, so nervously applied to the university and was delighted and surprised when she was accepted. The first year was challenging in adapting to the academic requirements of a higher education programme. Sam worked very hard and availed herself of all opportunities that UCB had to offer. The discovery of the Erasmus Exchange programme pushed Sam even harder to succeed. Sam would offer a place at the Universidad Las Palmas in Gran Canaria and adapted very well to the changing lifestyle, language and culture, and decided to challenge herself more by staying for the full year in Las Palmas before returning to UCB. However, having all lessons in Spanish and completing all of her assignments in Spanish proved very challenging for Sam, but she worked very hard to achieve as well as she could. She claims that she understood 5% of the class at the beginning of her Erasmus programme, but managed to increase that to around 60% by the time she had finished. Sam completed additional credits in Gran Canaria to ensure that her return to UCB would be as smooth as possible. Life back at UCB also presented additional challenges, as Sam had to reattach to her group and get reacquainted with UCB and life back in Birmingham. Even away from the sunshine of Gran Canaria, Sam worked really hard on her final year, engaging effectively with her peers and her module tutors. With her great endeavours, Sam successfully achieved an outstanding award of a first-class honours degree in Tourism Business Management and leaves UCB with a fantastic qualification an ability to speak a foreign language, and a wealth of diverse life experiences, all of which are in high demand from employers. And of course, Sam leaves with the best wishes of everyone here at UCB. I am delighted then, Vice-Chancellor and Principal, to present to you Samantha Wilson for a Helen Trott Memorial Award on the grounds of outstanding commitment to UCB. I would now like to introduce to you the second recipient of the Helen Trott Memorial Award, Debbie McAllister. Debbie started the foundation degree in International Tourism Business Management and immediately struck a chord with tourism lecturers for her passion about tourism, her enthusiasm to get involved in all the activities at university, and her generous support and mentoring efforts to other students. Debbie was elected as class representative, as a UCB ambassador, and as the tourism student blogger. This latter role involves writing regular blogs on tourism, travel, industry initiatives, and on supporting students, especially new ones, on all aspects of university life. Debbie also worked within our employability section, hired at UCB, and has used this experience to offer advice and support to students through a video blog on CVs, graduate recruitment schemes, applications, internships, and much more. To expand her experiences and understanding of the voluntary tourism sector, Debbie also recently participated in an Atlantic Whale Foundation programme based in Tenerife, which focused on working on licensed boats that offer whale and dolphin watching, educating tourists on these species, working on other ecotourism initiatives on the island, and engaging in fundraising activities for the organisation. Debbie has also helped out with various tourism events at UCB, 3 of which involve national tourism professional bodies who praised her for contributions to the success of these events. Alongside this, Debbie was recently the successful UCB Centre of Excellence nomination at the annual Institute of Travel and Tourism Awards at the House of Commons in July. Debbie has also found the time to contribute to the Traveller at UCB magazine, which reflects a collaborative effort of both tourism staff and students in presenting topical themes in tourism, engaging the wider student community in understanding the fun and excitement of travel and tourism, and updating students on what's trending in tourism employment. Debbie has put forward many ideas on how we can develop the magazine further this year. This has also been alongside a successful proposal from Debbie regarding expanding our social media presence into Instagram. She now has joint responsibility for the account and regularly engages with a wide range of users through the content she produces and shares via the network. For such a young person, she has contributed an incredible amount to both UCB and to the wider student body over the past 2 years. Her passion and energy in all aspects of her work, as well as her studies, deserves genuine praise and sincere appreciation. We all feel that the future of tourism is in safe hands and look forward to seeing how Debbie is going to continue to make her mark in the years to come. I am delighted then, Vice-Chancellor and Principal, to present to you Debbie McAllister for a Helen Trott Memorial Award on the grounds of outstanding commitment to UCB. Vice-Chancellor and Principal, this completes the presentation of the Memorial Awards. Professor Armour, I call upon the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Professor Gary Wood, to present to you the second group of University of Birmingham award holders.
Professor Armour, To you and to the University, I present the names of these graduands as listed in my programme, both in attendance and in absentia, proved worthy to be admitted to their respective degrees. BA Honours, Adventure Tourism Management.
Nicholas Bailich, first class. Irina Denisova, first class. Catherine Gardner. Emoki Yvette Kipiro, first class. Rosanna Knight, first class. Cristiano Ruggieri, first class. Aaron Michael Sampson, first class.
FDA Aviation and Airport Management.
Tion Gordon McNeil. Umar Memi.
FDA International Tourism Business Management.
Donald Ila Frisuelo. Siobhan Hostin. Umar Sayed Gilani. Alexandra Maslow-Becher. Deborah Siobhan Sinead McAllister. Dorothy Malone-Pert.
Diploma in Higher Education, Tourism Business Management.
Indisar Muz.
FDA Tourism Business Management.
Thomas Cummings. Tanya Makusu.
BA Tourism Business Management.
Sarah Morley.
BA Honours Tourism Business Management.
Ruhel Ali. Opoku Mavis Amoteng. Carolina Balcher. Milda Blesetaiti, first class. Veronica Bleskova. John Brownage, first class. Oski Chabi. Leanne Coles. Emily Jane Cranfield. Alicia Sandrine Dixon. Kingston Etchba. Margarita Freitas Taverich. Mutlak Hassan, first class. Chloe Hughes, first class. Jack Humphreys. Mehraj Islam. Sebastian Jones. Harmender Kaur. Lauren Kelly, first class. Saima Kiran. Chong Yang Lau. Jerome Lung. Mohammed Mili. Alexandra Molnar, first class. Joseph Morris, first class. Star Munford, First Class. Fatah Nu. Pratik Peshwa, First Class. Clarice Peterkin. Akila Sajad. Adam Sutcliffe Brown, First Class. Tran Kim T. Tran, First Class. Sophie Tudor, First Class. Charlotte Walker. Heather Weaver. Abby Willits. Samantha Jacqueline Wilson, First Class. Rowida Faya Dale. Iram Zaman. Katalin Lucien Zanfir.
Certificate in Higher Education, International Tourism Management.
Karima Sterling.
BSc Honours, International Tourism Management.
Naila Ali Saeed. Zabine Andrews. Dipti Baradva. Sulakni Bogal. Edwiji Buat Simba. Jintari Tikurkaiti. Anna Patricia Darbinson, First Class. Naomi English. Luisa Santos Jardim, First Class. Danyana Stanimora Kancheva. Paula Kirchikova. Oliver Massey. Christian Mutombo, First Class. Rutenda Nemawari, First Class. Shade Samuels. Nicobiel Miranda Simalani. Ivani Sousa. LaShawn Williams.
MA, International Tourism Business Administration.
Gabriella Callin. Alexandria Erin Gahain, with distinction. Marius Kuhn, with distinction. Constantine Sherban Nicolescu. Lin Wu, with distinction.
MA, International Tourism Business Administration with placement.
Louise Southall.
MA, Tourism Destination Management.
Nicole Bayliss, with distinction. Zamina Kanji. Montana Richmond. Katarzyna Sroka, with distinction. Alina Vasiljeva, with distinction.
Diploma in Higher Education Events Management.
Marwa Al-Hosni.
FDA Events Management.
Adil Casciaro. Janika Ellen. David Gonzalez Garcia. Blessing Mutumba. Chawi Mwanza. Sophie Pearson. Georgina Rose Robel. Amy Smith. Rosie Wastel.
BA Events Management.
Sarah Baramoro.
BA Honours Events Management.
Diana Bolitvecki, first class. Gemma Louise Arms. Ryan Bone. Chelsea Zoa Benaya. Priscilla Boma. Leela Brown. Nissam Olivia Campbell. Chloe Chetwood. Charlotte Cook. Holy Sarah Elizabeth Cope. Rebecca Davis. Emily Fairfield. Ugba Farah. Alice Claire Fennell, first class. Frances Grace. Jack Greenhill Sadler. Grace Elizabeth Hale. Janine Victoria Hall, first class. Jamie Hall Reed. Liberty Hatton. Charlotte Ann Sarah Hobbis. Sophie Louise Homer, first class. Holly Horton. Rebecca Hoy. Tausif Hussein. Tolau. Sarka Liberdova. Chloe May McGowan, first class. Simona Catalina Mitrana, first class. Frances Odling Smith, first class. Olumide Owalibi. Keisha Palmer. Catherine Parton. Katie Portis-Goyen. Pusha Rana. Amy Richards. Angelina Rugoka. Caroline Sudjir. Chantal Taylor. Anjali Thandi. Laurentia Walker. Harriet Ward, first class. Parks. Meredith Wilmot.
Postgraduate Diploma, Global Meetings and Events Management.
Yolanta Labutaiti.
MSc, Global Meetings and Events Management.
Fen Jiao Fan. Leanne Marlowe with distinction. Anna Solakangas. Bo Ying Tan. Pimrampi Yamtri. Jeremy Zumkeller.
Chancellor, this draws to a close the formal proceedings.
Whatever your family did, you followed on with, or whatever you started out with, is where you stayed for life. So, we're back. Thank you very much. And of course, that's changed dramatically. And it's not uncommon now to have 3, 4, 5, or even more careers. And they can be quite diverse and quite distinct. From my own family, my daughter went to university in Wales 20-something odd years ago when she finally graduated from being a professional student of some 8 or 9 years. And she always wanted to be a primary school teacher. And in truth, she is still a teacher, but she's never taught primary school in her life, and she currently teaches at an honours college in America as a dean of students. And I don't think she's ever taught anyone under the age of about 24, 25. My son came to UCB and attended a travel and tourism course. He didn't do too well, he left the course early. But his intention was to go into something adventurous, you know, something sporty maybe. And he's ended up that he's a police inspector. Okay. I have a niece who studied, again, travel and tourism, and she went off and she learnt Spanish as part of her programme at UCB. And she now works in North Wales for a Spanish company who do waste disposal. And she got the job because of the qualification that she gained, but she never actually worked in the area that she thought she would. My granddaughter came to UCB and studied a child development program and got her foundation degree and a degree here. And she always wanted to work with small children, but she's actually now moved on and she's working teaching as a teaching assistant, and hopefully going to be coming back to UCB in the near future to complete her degree, her teaching certificate. So we learn skills here, but the skills that we've learned are about us and about what we can achieve and what we can do. And it is so vital, so important that we're able to recognise the need to continue to develop those skills. I've got a couple of bits of housekeeping I've got to do before we finish. I realise that Broad Street's beckoning and time is passing, and you need to get in before the evening graduation ceremony crowd arrive, or you'll never get to the bar. But if I could just say a special thank you to the family of Helen Trott. They've been coming here since 98, 99, every year. They've never let us down, and they do a fantastic job in supporting her memory, and through that in giving fantastic benefit to students in receipt of that award. So it's lovely to see them here today again. I'd like to, if I may, just highlight one of the changes that's happened in education in recent times. The rules in higher education and the way things work change every couple of years. It's the way it is. But one of the things that's vitally important now is that, A, we're required to have as many students as we can complete the student satisfaction survey. And I think our target's 85% or something like that. And we need students, as you progress on your courses, your programs, to complete those surveys, because they're used not just by us, but they're used nationally. And those figures that you provide, the information you provide, informs students who may consider coming to UCB. And in exactly the same way, we're now required to ask you all to complete a destination survey. And we'll be contacting you in December, I think, either by telephone or email, so keep an eye on our inbox. Please do fill that in, don't give it a miss. It only takes a couple of minutes, and it is vitally important. We have a target of 85% of completion that we have to hit, and again, the information you provide tells future students whether UCB is doing a good job. So it's really, really important if you could help us with that. I've got one other thing that I have to do. My granddaughter said she studied at UCB, and she said to me the other day when I was talking to her that she never gets to see what it's like standing up here. So if you'll bear with me just a minute. Okay, now you can wave your hands in the air or whatever you like, but we're going to try and take a little photo here. The lights are a bit difficult. Let's see if we can get you here. Fantastic. Yes, a bit of noise is wonderful. Excellent. Let's have some parents in here. Come on. Lovely stuff. And you, crowd, please. Yes, yes. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for that. I'll try and get that on Twitter later on. So a little bit of fun. But do you know what? 20 odd years I've been standing on this stage, and my memory is not what it used to be. So I don't have that recollection to remember what a group of students were like. So those photos, they'll be important for me because they'll enable me to remember. And I tell you what, you guys have been well worth remembering. So congratulations, well done. Go out and enjoy yourself, shall we say? But please, 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 please be safe while you do. We are... Before we go, there is one other thing, if I could ask you to join. Could I ask you please all to be upstanding while we play the national anthem? Thank you.